My parents have a lot to do with the kind of work I do and the subject matter. They always kind of taught us that nature was really important. I started making art when I was a little kid. I was always, staying after school to paint in kindergarten, drawing stuff that, I think a lot of kids probably drew that are my age, like Star Wars stuff, like stuff like Robotech, like Transformers, and just thinking about how it might be in like 50,000 years or 2 million years. Kind of making our own little adventures on the paper. But what's it going to be like in 1 million years on Earth? I started doing graffiti like probably in about 1989. That helped me learn to paint, I think, with acrylics, or even it helped me learn to draw. It was just really good training and really good practice. There was something very, very special about going out there and doing a big piece. Probably by my sophomore year in high school, graffiti was like my whole world. It was just, I lived for it. I was getting A's and B's, and then my grades plummeted to D's and F's. Graffiti kind of teaches you to not be so precious with your work. You can do, the biggest piece that's like 15 feet tall by 50 feet long, and you can go back and it can be gone the next day. So I think that carries into my painting in a sense that if something's not going right with the painting, I'll just paint over that part of it. I'll redo it. It creates a possibility for like happy accidents and just unexpected stuff. I really don't know what I'm painting sometimes, I just paint, I just keep going with it, and nothing's too precious. Let's say you're flying across the country. Pretty much anytime you look down out that window, you see roads, or little houses, or man-made things, farms. It's kind of ridiculous. Like there's nothing that's pristine and untouched anymore, So I guess I'm kind of getting at that. I'm kind of making a comment about how humans have not only, taken over, but they may end up being the death of the world. We enjoy technology, we enjoy listening to music, we enjoy all kinds of stuff that are powered by natural resources, and we're using them up. We are kind of destroying the earth. If you really think about it, we're chopping down rainforests and just building roads out in the middle of everywhere. There's always that theme of conflict, of kind of like man versus nature, and usually nature seems to win. About half of what I do is illustration work. I kind of look at it as like hired work. If you compare, illustration and fine art, it's really, really weird because I did like 2 pieces for United Airlines earlier this year, and it paid $13,000. Now, I can sell a whole show, and it might make $13,000, but it might take me like 20 paintings, actual paintings, to sell to make that much money in the gallery. So it's weird, You can make a lot of money in illustration. Well, moving out of the way. Like I have this This is an illustration I did for Popular Science, and it's kind of dusty. I just painted that out of my imagination, you know. It was about the car of the future, so I figured I could. I usually have some kind of idea of what I'm trying to do, and I'll sketch it out in a sketchbook. Real basic though, you know, really kind of loose. I like to keep things real open to change. Like once I have the idea, that's all that's really important, you know. If I have the idea, I just start painting. I think so much about illustration is having some life experiences to pull from. They're sending you a story, and it really helps if you can relate to it somehow. If you can, you know, if you've been in a situation like that, or you have, you know, some kind of insight into what the author's trying to say. I see a lot of young illustrators, like, you know, they go straight from high school to college. They graduate by the time they're like 21 or 22, and they really struggle. They get that first illustration job, and they just struggle with it. You know, they have a really hard time. I don't think I would have an art career right now without art school. But I guess I feel like I got so much help from my instructors that I want to pass that on. You know, I want to help people out and teach people the right way to go about this business. You know, when you're 20, you don't want to even think about any of that stuff. You know, you just want to like do art. You just want to, you know, tell the world your story. You know, I would just tell people to take their time, develop a style, and start reading about business. It's kind of like a necessary evil, you know. I could get a rep and have the rep do all that stuff for me, but I kind of feel that I should be in the know. You know, I should know what's going on, and I should kind of make my own destiny, I guess.